Hey everyone, I have not done a vlog in a very long time, and I have a lot to update you guys on. The big news that I shared last time was regarding my hubby and his deployment. You can kind of tell, I'm not sure if you've noticed or not, but we're still here, and my husband's deployment orders got canceled, so that is awesome news. And we've known for a long time. In fact, I've blogged about it on my other blog because it seems that I've been blogging more than doing vlogs, just because it's a lot more. It's easier for me to do that versus getting on here, filming a video, editing, and then uploading. And so that's my excuse there. So, anyways, we're here, and hubby is not deployed. Patrick turned one on March 19th, and we had an airplane themed birthday party, and that was tons of fun. If you want to see pictures from that party, I can go ahead and post a link to the blog post down below. That was lots of fun. We had a bunch of people, family come in from Virginia and Nebraska, and it was a lot of fun. However, Patrick ended up with rotavirus, so that was a downfall. And then his brother had rotavirus a week later. Well, it was more like 3 days later. And each of them had to actually go to Children's Hospital and get IV fluids because they were dehydrated. And then, not even a week after that, William came down with chickenpox, and then, of course, gave the chickenpox to Patrick. And so it was like 4 weeks of not doing absolutely anything. And some of you may be wondering, no, we did not vaccinate William for the chickenpox, or Patrick for that matter, and that is the only vaccine that we objected to. The reason being was because at William's 12-month pediatrician appointment, the pediatrician actually, who is pro-vaccines, stated that she didn't trust the varicella vaccine and how it wasn't guaranteed, especially past 12 years. So we just agreed that it would probably be better if he got a natural immunity versus something that's, not natural, I guess. Just because of the fact that he's male, males are more susceptible to becoming sterile after a chickenpox infection. Excuse me, my nose itches. So we just thought it'd be better just for him to get it the natural way. And of course he did get it. And we're kind of thinking he got it from someone who had shingles or something, because there's been a few shingles cases at our pediatrician's office. And so that's just under our assumption as to where he possibly could have gotten them from. It was kind of a hard time on me because I have never had the chickenpox. In fact, my sister had them when I was, I think, six and a half, 7, and never got them. And then I was in daycare a few times. I went to a chickenpox party and I never got them. And then when the chickenpox vaccine came out in like I believe it was 96, I ended up being vaccinated for it at the age of 16, and that was back in 98. Well, I was titered, which is to check a blood test that checks immunity, and it turns out that I was not immune to chickenpox. So myself, the vaccine did not take with me, and so I was on 2 different antivirals. The same antiviral, just 2 different times, because I was exposed twice since both the boys had the chickenpox. So I was freaking out a little bit there, just because if I got them, usually adults, when they get them, it can be a pretty serious thing. And in fact, the death rate with adult chickenpox is kind of high. So I was a little nervous, but I got into my doctor as soon as I was exposed, and I was on an antiviral, and of course that made me feel like complete crap. So needless to say, hooray, I guess you can tell that I don't have the chickenpox. So part of me thinks that I'm still naturally immune to them, and that the titer just didn't pick up on the natural immunity. So who knows? But it's been over 21 days since I was exposed, so that's good news. What else I guess something kind of big. We are not TTCing per se, but we are not preventing. We're just kind of leaving a third child in the hands of God. And just because my husband and I were talking, there really is never a right time to have a child. If you look at it, you could always find an excuse as to why it's not the right time, or, so we're just kind of leaving it into God's hands. I'm not doing any of that temping stuff or charting or paying for a membership to Fertility Friend. We're just we're letting nature run its course. And so we'll see what happens there. With William, of course, we got pregnant 6 weeks after we were married. And so the whole not trying thing worked there. And then, of course, with Patrick, we hardcore tried. I mean, I did everything with him. I took my temp, I charted, I took OPKs, I did everything. And of course, the month that we conceived Patrick, that I got my BFP, was when I wasn't, I wasn't charting or doing anything. We just rolled with the punches. So who knows if we end up getting pregnant this cycle. My due date will be February 2nd. So Patrick and the new baby would be about almost 2 years apart. So I guess only time will tell. And I'm hoping with the third baby, the fact that it would be our last child, I would like to document my pregnancy as much as possible. So I will definitely be vlogging a lot more with the next pregnancy versus Patrick's, because I kind of started to be very good about doing vlogs, and then I just kind of went off the deep end there with that. So besides all of that, that's really the only thing that's been going on. Patrick had his 12-month baby well. He's about 21 pounds. Oh, he was 21 pounds, 9 ounces, and about 30 inches long. He's pretty well proportioned. He's pretty much roughly between his head, his weight, and his height. They're all in the 25 to 45 percentile. He's walking. He's kind of starting to run a little bit. He goes downstairs. He can, or climb up the stairs. He can say mama, dada, bye-bye, hi. He can wave. He can clap. What else? He's starting to understand baby sign. The only baby sign he really can do is all done, but he understands everything else that I tell him, because when I sign to him, he goes towards that, or shows me that he wants it. So I'm trying to think what else kind of milestones. He's eating great. He loves food. That's like completely different than his brother. His brother is the most picky. He's so picky when it comes to eating. And besides that, he's, with the chickenpox, which he's doing fine with those. He still has a few scars, but nothing that I think will scab, because he never really messed with them very much like his brother did. William will be 4 here on the 21st, so a week from tomorrow, and we won't have a baby, or his baby. He's still, to me, my baby, but he doesn't have his 4-year checkup until after. We're gonna go back home for a few weeks and visit family, so we won't have his checkup until, and Patrick's, because his 15-month will be about the same time too. And so we'll do those together, and I'll definitely keep you posted on that. More so on my blog, and like I said, it's really hard for me to blog nowadays. So, and William's doing great. He's as busy as ever. We've been outside a ton, especially since we've been getting a few days of sunshine. And actually, it's been really hot and humid. Like, we kind of skipped spring altogether. It's been like in the 85 to 95 degree range, and with like 100% humidity. And so, of course, it feels like it's 100 degrees outside. But it's going to cool off here in the next few days. And William is playing soccer, so that's exciting. He doesn't really understand the concept yet. He knows he has to kick it, but he doesn't really know the team building part, I guess. So we're working on that. But besides that, that's really all that's going on. Like I said, if you really want to keep up with our lives and everything like that, I blog a lot more than I vlog. So just check that out. I always post a link down below if you want to check out that. And like I said, I apologize with how long it took me to get you guys updated on us. And so anyway, I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I will hopefully talk to you guys soon.